So I don't know how many of y'all have ever heard of a movie called Mostly Ghostly, Who Let the Ghosts Out? Probably not a lot, because no one talks about this movie. Like ever. At all. It's a little movie. It has R.L. Stein tied to it. I don't know. I think that's a book author, so I assume this movie is based off of a book that he's made. I assume. I don't know for certain. I don't actually know. I'm just assuming. I want to talk about this movie. I want to acknowledge this movie because no one else is doing it, and I feel like it should be acknowledged. It's not great. It's not a great movie, but for me, it's kind of become a Halloween classic, sort of. I guess I watched it when I watched it at first when I was a kid, and I've just kind of it's just stayed in the back of my brain ever since. I watched it last year, and last year I got the idea to make this video, but I never did it. So. I'm dying. So when right off the bat, when you're watching this movie, you'll notice that there's a lot of that. Most of the cast is full of people from Disney Channel. Yeah, the mom from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the dad from Wizards of Waverly Place, Luther from Zeke and Luther. Right? It's Luther, right? I think it was Luther, not Zeke. He was Luther. He was also the third brother in Pair of Kings. So there's that. You got Madison Pettis from Cory in the House. You know, everyone's favorite anime or whatever. Whatever. Shut up. Shut up. It was a funny joke for a little bit, and now it's just annoying. But the Disney Channel casting goes so far as to have the main villain played by Brian Stepanek, aka Arwen from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And there's also Luke Benward is in this. I don't know what he's from. I get the feeling. The way that they advertised it, because I found this on Disney Channel. That's the first place that I watched it. That's the first place I saw it advertised. I'm sure that's a lot for anyone else who watched this movie. Most of them saw it advertised on Disney Channel, and that's where they first ran into it. The way they advertised it and the way that they put emphasis on his name, it kind of makes me feel like that he was in something on Disney Channel before this. I don't know what in the world it was. I don't know. He shows back up in Girl vs. Monster, which is a DCOM. So I don't know, man. It's whatever. I don't freaking know, man. I don't know. One of the first things we see, he's the main villain, played by Brian Stepanek. His name is Fierce. Sphere. You see Fears literally split a crow in half, and then he just pops out of it, and he gets way too close to the camera, and then he goes into the house. We see our main protagonist. His name is Max. He's not from anything. His actor isn't from anything Disney Channel for some reason. I don't know why they got literally everyone else to be from Disney Channel except for him. And so he's trying out this magic guy. He's not great at it, but Homeboy's trying his best, and he starts to say his special magic words from the earth, the dark descends, should they return, that all depends. That's it. I remembered it exactly, because I'm smart like that. And so yeah, he does it, he says the magic words, and then Fierce is like, oh, you say those words? That's not allowed. You can't do that. I don't have a problem with this. We say our next two main characters, Nikki and Tara. No. Yes, Nikki and Tara. That feels right. It's probably not. I'm gonna say Nikki and Tara. So Nikki and Tara, they're walking down the street, and then they just find that they're walking down the street like it's normal, like whatever, and then they find out, oh, we're dead. Oh, we're dead. We're ghosts. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. And then after that, I start having questions, cause like, how did they die? How did they not know they were dead? How did they get separated from their parents? And then sometime that same night, they're going and they find, like they turn invisible by accident, and then they reappear, and then Nikki, the brother, is like, hey, I found out if you really concentrate, you can actually touch things. And it's like, how did you find that out? When? You just found out you were dead, and you started being invisible, and you started looking for each other. So when did you ever get the chance to find out that you could do that? When did you ever learn that? When could you have possibly ever figured that out? How in the world? I don't understand. I have questions. I have questions and no answers. Okay, so while editing this video, it turns out there actually was a bit of an explanation in that there was a morning after that night, and then when we see him say that he figured out he could touch things, that happens the following night. The movie doesn't really focus on that at all. It's just like it still just kind of happens out of nowhere, so that's still confusing. But there is a whole day that happens in between, so I guess there's that or something. I don't know, whatever. And on top of that, like they end up going into the house because that's the house that they used to live in when they were living. And anyways, they go into the house and they decide to look around, right? So they do this ghost data, whooshy ghost thing or whatever. They're bouncing all over the place. When the hell did you learn that? When did you know? How do you know you can do that? How did you know you could do that? How did you know how to do that? I don't understand. How did you know how to use your ghost powers already? You just turned into a ghost. That doesn't make any sense. That's confusing. I don't get it. I don't like it. I want an explanation. We don't get one. And they make furniture disappear. It just disappears. They don't all they do is this. They run around. They circle around it for a bit and it's just gone. Where did it go? Where did you take it? Did you super speed it out of the house somewhere? Where did you put it? How did you get out of the door? How did you get out the door with no one noticing? And did you evaporate it into another dimension? How did you do that? How did you bring it back? How did you know you could do this? How are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. It's confusing. I don't understand it. What are you doing? What are you doing? You make no sense. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so apparently the thing with Fierce was that when Max says that, like, Max only when he was saying from the light of earth the dark descends, should they return they all depends, that's only half of this spell that is supposed to be said. And when like the whole thing is said, then that'll defeat Fierce. And of course Fierce doesn't want that. So he's like, alright, let's find Nikki and Tara and freaking kill them. I'm going to murder some already dead children. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to find 2 ghost kids that are already dead, and I'm gonna make them extra dead. I'm going to make them really, really dead. I'm going to extra kill them. Kill them real good. They're going to die so bad. Oh, they're not going to like it. It's not going to be a fun time. I'm going to do it. And so throughout the movie, he shows up. He runs into Max and is like, hey, buddy, bring me the twin. Bring me the brother and sister, or else I'm going to torture you. I'm going to do it. Don't think I won't. I'll do it. You don't believe me? Here, let me bring out my boys, and he lifts his cape and 2 dudes, these 2 creepy ghost dudes run out. And the first thing they do, they just make his hand into a skeleton hand, and after that he says,
"Next time, I'll tell them to make you feel the pain."
That's creepy and scary. I don't like that. And the second time, and he's like, let's do like a root canal or something, and then he turns his fingers into the tools to do the thing with the drill. They make some tooth drills.
His bicuspids look spectacular. We should take those out first.
But then he doesn't actually do it, and then the droid immediately after that is like, oh, if you don't bring me Nikki, we'll have to schedule another appointment because he already has Tara at this point. I'm jumping around all over the place, but like whatever, man. I can't remember the storyline well enough to freaking spell it out coherently. So I'm gonna do the best I can. But at this point, he's captured Tara, and so he's like, you bring me Nikki or we'll have to schedule another appointment like this. Ha 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 ha. Dentist related quip. But the thing about it is you didn't actually take any of his teeth. So you're not making sense here with this, man. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Okay, whatever. And then after that he's immediately like,
remember, always floss. I unfortunately never did.
But that doesn't. No. Why are you saying that? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't work here. Is that meant to be funny or scary? Am I meant to be threatened or am I meant to laugh? What are you getting here? What kind of quip is this? Is this a quip or a threat? I don't get you. You're not making sense here. Fierce, my dude, my boy, what are you doing? My boy, boy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, man, step up your game. No, don't step up your game. Just clean it up. Clean up your act. Your game is high enough. Just freaking stack it up properly. It's just jumbled up. You're taking it. You just put. It's a pile right now. Your game is high and it's fine, but it's just a pile. You need to make it a stack. I don't know what I just said. And then there's also this big plot point. There's this big plot point where in the basement, there's like there's this one wall in the basement that leads to, I guess, the underworld, the demon realm or something. And only a living person can go in there and make it out. So Max has to go in there, and like, that place is freaking scary. Like, honestly, it's freaking terrifying. I don't know how that didn't scare me as a kid. I don't know how that didn't scare me as a 9-year-old. I don't get that. I don't know how I wasn't traumatized by that at all. But I wasn't, so it's fine. Weird how that is. Guess I'm invincible. But he goes in there, tries to get Nikki, because again, this is after Nikki was taken. So Nikki is in there. No, Tara. You're gonna get Tara. He's in there trying to get Tara, and like he's going, and then Tara tells her, and like just like how you're the only one who can see us in your world, I'm the only one who can see you. So just go, man. Don't even freaking worry about it. Just don't bump into anybody. Just tread lightly, because maybe they can feel you if you bump into them or something, but they can't see or hear you, so you're fine. And so he goes, and Tara's like, okay, hey, so I'm dead, so I can't leave until tomorrow night on Halloween. So what's gonna happen? So what you gotta do is, here's what has to happen. You take the box. You take this box here. You take it out there. Here, you find the ring inside of it. You do your magic act. Wearing the ring, have Nikki there helping you out, and then you'll freaking figure it out. You'll understand it. Whatever. Go. And so Mickey, what? No, but Max takes the box. He's going. He trips, and there's this one ghost who has like infrared vision or something. I thought the ghosts weren't supposed to be able to see him in here. Whatever, and then whatever. And then he starts chasing Max, and then the weird thing is there's no music to say that this is scary or this is intense or anything. The ghost demon guy is just completely silent. He's not making a single sound. He's just running, not making a single. It's so quiet throughout all of it, and it's like, what do you just put something? And so the magic show's happening. They're doing it. It's whatever, and then Max pulls out a cockroach and like a hamster ball. There's like a hamster ball in his magic trunk that has a cockroach in it for some reason, and he's like,
"Well, I guess we aren't the only audience watching the show tonight."
Audience. The classic term used with cockroaches, audience. Everyone knows the connection between the word audience and cockroaches, right? Everyone knows it. Anyways, Fierce comes out of the cockroach, because that's just a thing he can do. He can just split animals open and then just appear out of them. So that's weird. They never explain it or whatever. I guess they don't have to. It just needs to be scary. And it kind of is. So, sure, whatever. So he comes out of the cockroach. James, and he shoots out this weird mist out of his hands, and then all of a sudden, all the demons get loose. Oh no, oh bad, oh it's scary. And then almost immediately after that immediately after that happened, there's a shot of a mother and a daughter walking by their house, and the daughter's like, Mommy, there's a real ghost out here, and then I'm like, oh, honey, you know there's no such thing as ghosts. Ghost shows up, scares her, she faints. That's enough, right? So that's the joke. That's the joke. But then the daughter's like, hey, go away, leave my mommy alone, or whatever. And then throws candy at him. Throws candy at the ghost demon monster thing. And then he just evaporates. And that's the end of that. So... wait, are you telling me that children have a special strength against these creatures, or they have a weakness? Like, do these demons have a weakness to children or to candy or something? The little girl threw candy at this guy, and then that was the end of him. He's freaking dead. So like. There's something there, right? Nope. On to the next scene. That was just a quick cutaway joke. We're gonna move on. Moving on. Nope, it never happened. Don't even worry about it. All right, go back to the magic show. We're back. Go. Nope. We'll focus on that. Never mind that, or the fact that the person hosting the magic show, the person hosting the special event that's happening, is one of the cheetah girls. Don't worry about it. Don't question it. Don't ask questions. It's fine. It's not a problem. You need not worry, dear fine citizen. Anyway, so then it turns out the reason that Max was supposed to wear the ring was because the ring was gonna magically light up and project the entirety of the poem on the ceiling. And so he says the whole thing. He says the whole chant. He chants the poem a few. 4 or 5 times, and then all the demons are sucked into this vortex. Nikki and Alex, hold on. Nikki and Tara. Oh, Nikki and Alex. Who are Nikki and Alex? That's from something else. Oh, I can't remember. That's the name of a duo in a TV show, isn't it? So that happens. So the demons get sucked into the portal, and then they're all gone. They're dead, I guess. But maybe not, but whatever. And then Nikki and Tara are like, I can actually, we can feel our parents. They're calling to us. Oh, that's right. They're looking for their parents throughout the entire movie because their parents disappeared. Apparently, I guess their parents are dead too, but we don't know where their ghosts are. So just freaking, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a movie. This is an R.L. Stine movie, mostly ghostly. Who let the ghost out? Freaking, it's great. I guess. Yeah, man, I don't know. This movie's not great or whatever, but freaking, I like it. I like it just fine. It's not good. It's not a good movie, but I don't care. It's not terrible. It's not a pain to sit through. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. It's just not great. It's not that good, but the good. It's better. It's better than bad. It's not. The good is at the ratio to good to bad is higher. If you mathematically graph the amount of good the movie is to the amount of bad that it is, then the good is better. There's big. You put them together. The good side is bigger than the bad. And so you understand that it's slightly bigger than the bad. So, but it's not a bad movie. So because the good is bigger than the bad, then that means the movie is technically good, but not great. But it's not bad either. So there you go. I've explained this perfectly and clearly. You all clearly understand what I'm saying. Everyone understands me. This is great. I'll talk about that. This movie had 2 sequels. I'll talk about those. And so I'll talk about those. Maybe I'll talk about them this year. Maybe I'll talk about them next year. I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. Oh, who knows? Anyways, poop the end card. I'm bad at outros. Blech.